So behind me, you see the Blue Bull and 50 pounds of sand from Home Depot. We're gonna run this through the GeoSluice high banker, but this is 30 mesh, it's super fine, and we just figured we'd run it through straight into the Blue Bull, see what we can find, see if there's any gold in this Home Depot sand, so stick around. Just want to show you how fine this stuff is. I don't know if it translates into the video, but I mean, look at that. It's super fine. Initially, it looks super white, super clean. I don't know what we're going to find, but this is from the Home Depot in the Sacramento, California area. It is the Basalite Industrial Sand, 50 pounds, clean, graded, kiln dried, 30 mesh sand. I'm assuming that whoever sells them this Basalite sand runs this stuff through their equipment when they get it out of the creek or wherever they get it from. I know there's an operation up by Grass Valley that gets sand and rocks and whatnot right out of Greenhorn Creek. So does this come from there? I have no idea, but if you're watching this and you're in the Midwest or the East Coast, I'm certain your stuff isn't coming from California. So your results are going to vary. Anyway, let's get to it here. Before what we do, you'll notice that there is a banjo pan under my Blue Bull, and it's in another video. I'll link that below. What we did is, I thought the Blue Bull was losing gold, and sure enough it was. Fine gold was going out through the top of the cone there. And now it catches in the banjo pan and runs into here, and we do recover that. So is our recovery 100%? Between the two, I think it's pretty darn close. I don't think we're losing anything off of that banjo pan. I've never cleaned it up and run the tailings again out of this yet to see if there's any more things that we're losing. But if we're losing something, it's not much. But enough talking. Let's get to it. We got 50 pounds of sand to run. It's gonna take a little bit, and see if there's any gold in this stuff. See right here, Blue Bull working just like it should. And all that light colored, lightweight stuff right off the top. You do have to constantly play with the water level here if you're running up near the top like I do. You could run it a lot lower and not have to worry about it, but depending on how much sand you're putting in, you could overflow it. So you got a kind of a balancing act until it gets down to a certain level, and it'll pretty much stabilize. Hey, you can see that going out there. Take a look here at the other side. See what's hitting the banjo pan there. And all the way down. Coincidentally, this is the same mat that you get in the Gold Cube. You can really see how the Blue Bull is working here since this water's still relatively clear. And I was just taking that sand and just kind of stars it around and just starts cleaning it out as it goes. Well, if you're looking for something to do because you're bored, 50 pounds of sand in the Blue Bull takes you a while. We're about halfway through, and it's been, I don't know, like an hour or so. But I really didn't think there was any heavies in it. But as you can see right here, there are some black sands showing up. Lighter black sand, obviously, because they're getting washed out. But there are some black sands showing up in this. So maybe something got by their equipment. But right now, we can't tell because it's a little too cloudy. But we'll keep going here, see what we get. See that Blue Bull's running just perfectly level, running real good. People talk about how do you feed the Blue Bull. Well, some people are of the thought that they stop it completely, put the concentrates in, then start it up and run it. Personally, I'll just feed them in as it goes, usually starting right about here, and just kind of sprinkle them in. If there's gold in here, it's going to fall out before it gets out that cone. I'm certain. Plus, I got my backup system here in the event that it doesn't, but I'm sure it's going to hit it there. So we've tried it both ways. Results are the same. So I don't see any difference between the two. Just whatever you feel more comfortable with, whatever works for you. And you can see here, it's still spitting out those blondes and working away. We're about 3/4 of the way through that bag. I don't even know how long it's been, probably hour and a half. There's also the argument of running it filled to the top here, like I had in my last clip, or just over the top of the cone, like it is right now. And I've done it both ways. Again, I think the results are about the same. I'm doing a lot of real fine stuff, or maybe I'm running stuff for the second time. I'll run it down here so it runs a lot slower, it seems, and definitely takes a lot longer to clear out. You can see that stuff coming around the cone. There's really barely moving, but it does still work its way out, and I believe the end result's the same. And again, I don't think we're losing anything. Once that gold hits this thing, it's hitting the bottom. So real quick break here, folks, while we're doing this. Hey, I got a thing from YouTube. It tells me how many people are subscribed to this channel that actually watch the videos. Out of all the people that watch these videos, only 19.6% of the people that watch the videos are subscribed to the channel. So we've got, I don't know, 1,150 subscribers or something right now. And out of all of that, only 19%, that 1,150, watch the videos. So there's a lot of people that watch them, but not many people that are subscribed. Point is, if you would, right down there, hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. Helps us out tremendously. So do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button too. It's right there. Only takes a second. Appreciate it. Back to the action. I don't know if it comes through on the camera, but you can see a lot of black stuff right there, right above the mat in that little gold trap. A lot of black sand getting caught in there. Banjo pan's pretty clean, washing right through, right in there just like it should. The mat from the gold cube matting looks pretty clean. I'm not seeing any indication of gold in there right now, and very well shouldn't, because hopefully anything that's getting by is getting caught in this gold trap right here. But we'll see. Still running this cloudy mess, so I have no idea what's going on in there. But we're almost through the bag, and we'll find out here before too long. So after sitting here thinking about this for, I don't know, almost 2 hours, would it have been faster to run it through the GeoSluice high banker and then put the cons in the blue bowl? Absolutely. But it's a rainy Friday afternoon and I'm bored. So if you're looking for something to do for half a day or more, get you 50 pounds of Home Depot sand, man. Run it through your blue bowl. But yeah, we started off with the high banker, and it just seemed like it was wasn't going to be the right process. But in retrospect, it probably would have been more than okay to just run it through that and then see what was left and run it through the blue bowl. But we changed over to this, and here we are. So stick around. We're gonna shut this down here. I'm waiting for this to get washed out. You can see this got a lot darker in there. See that? How there's more. Oh, is that a little gold I see in there? Maybe. Anyway, you can see how the blonde's getting washed out. So we're gonna let it run for another few minutes and flush it out real well. Well, holy crap. Look at that. That, boys and girls, is gold. Sorry about the glare from the light, but there's not a lot I can do about it. Right here. Look at that. Water's still a little murky, but you get the idea. Not a lot, but there's gold in there, man. Look at that. I'll be darned. And down here in the trap. Oh yeah, you can see that. I don't know if it'll come in real clear. There it is, right there. Look at that. You can see a little line of fine, fine gold. It's obviously much smaller than it looks like in the camera. Things in the camera are much larger than they appear, but look at that. So two things. The Home Depot sand does have gold, and the Banjo Pan or the Blue Bowl really works. Again, I'll post a link to the video on how we did this in case you want to do it yourself. But yeah, there it is. There's the results. There is gold. There we go. In Home Depot sand, at least this one. I think next time I'm over by Lowe's, I don't have one here close to the house, I'll pick up 50 pounds over at Lowe's if it's a different brand. And we'll run that, see what the results are. So anyway, appreciate you watching. Again, if you'd please just right down there, hit the subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks. See you soon.